So this is Wednesday PM section, and right now at 2:25, I'm waiting for the PM section silver bullet, and currently I have not seen anything good for me to take a risk on. Using the relative strength analysis, the British pound is currently the most probable to go down right now. It might change over time, but for now I'm watching the British pound to see, hopefully, if I'll be able to see a setup. I have a limit over there. That's high. I want it to be a suspect. It's like a suspect release buy side at that high at 1.29851. So I'm watching that level closely, and watching it until I see a setup. I won't jump on the chart to do anything.
But they're not learned real quick.
We're going short right there. Yeah, other inefficiencies. So I'll put my take profit just below this low. I think that should be enough for me right now. So that's $1,000 plus or so. It should, is it? Yeah, $1,000 plus. So at 225, I was saying I wanted it because the relative strength analysis says 225 at that time it will be a high probability for the British pound, you can see, but right now it has changed. I use the dollar index for the relative strength analysis. Look at the British pound. It's not like it's not willing to go down. Look at it. Compare and contrast it to the European dollar. Look at that. So there's not a much of a pronounced higher high here. So I want to see price go down, and that's what I'll be expecting now. So I'm looking at the higher time frames. So it's 327 by the way. With the recording, a little technical issue, so net trading view load up. So there you go. So this is it. You saw the entry. So this is where I can get it started. From here to the end of the trade, I'll be monitoring it. So I want to cut off my risks, and so I can. Why is trading view not responding? No. Let's see. I hope it responds this time around. Let's see. Come on, trading view. I'll try one more time and see. I'll reload the app if it doesn't. Okay, good. This is a little bit extreme, so I'll be reducing the risks, framing it within that 7th June new week opening gap, high and low. So the reason why I do this thing is I learned it from ICT, watching his videos. He usually does that, and the reason why I incorporate it into my trading is, number one, it makes me comfortable that even if I'm wrong, I actually will leave with more money than I came in, which means I won't have a negative balance. And usually I do this immediately I have a partial taken off. I immediately cut off the risks and cover the cost. But this time around I want to do a full pull, so I won't be taking any partials on this trade. So I'm watching this inefficiency right now. So let me reduce the risks and the take profit, because the reason why I reduce is the take profit is because sometimes price can, I want that low to be taken out by the way, but price can actually come and just reject and just leave that low untaken out, and that's very frustrating. I don't want that. It can do it. And again, we're about getting close to the last hour of trading, and anything can happen, but to be honest, I want it to be taken out completely, but I don't demand that level of precision right now, especially with the current time. So I'm watching this, and by it's 3:42 p.m. New York time. So by 3:45, I like to see an expansion. Normally it should be by 3:50, but with my experience in forex, I actually learned this on my own with experience. 2:45 at times, and I've seen it about 7% of the time. 2:45, 3:45, the 45 minutes or to the macro, that 3:50, 10:50, that 45 sometimes gives a better entry. Like if you're selling, it gives a premium entry compared to when the 250 will give you. Sometimes 250 actually takes out 245 high or 251. If I'm saying 2, you can use it as 350, 1050 for the AM silver bullet, 350. Those who understand silver bullet know what I'm talking about. So if you want to know about silver bullet, the inner cycle trader YouTube, you can check silver bullet there. You can see what it means. Macro, and the macro is what I'm talking about. So that 50 minutes is the macro actually, but I use it to the 45 minutes because most times I used to see a better entry there. So this is to 3:43 p.m. I don't know why 2 is just in my mouth. So it's 344, yeah, right there. So I want it to act like an institutional order flow entry deal. I want it to actually reject. That's a good signature. I like that signature. So I want this order block to be disrespected. And this is it. I said about the tail consequent encroachment, so I'll be delineating it for someone who doesn't know what it means. A tail consequent encroachment or weak. A consequent encroachment is the midpoint of a tail weak or an inefficiency. So for this one, it's a tail. So the midpoint of that tail of the candle is the consequent encroachment. That is what it is called. So that's the consequent encroachment. I'm checking the higher time frame. Everything looks good. To me, the 5 minutes is like a macro time frame to the 1 minute time frame, because you can be seeing sometimes there can be distortion. So there's 3 p.m. That's a low. There can be distortion on the 1 minute time frame, and when you go to the 5 minute time frame, you just see just a very little consolidation. So I'll make this exactly 1000, so I can put a name for this level outline, which is the tail consequent encroachment. Make this red. Yes. Black. Okay, black is okay. So I was saying you can be seeing consolidation. So it's 345. So I want to see an expansion. You can be seeing consolidation and distortion on the 1 minute time frame, but on the 5 minute time frame is just a very little, a very little ranged market. So that gives me conditions to be able to see the higher time frame perspective and not be too clouded with what is going on the 1 minute time frame. Right now, this is a low resistance liquidity run, so that signature is not in price right now. 347 usually used to have a large candle, usually, not always. The 47th minute used to have a large candle, so I'll be watching this. I don't demand that, but that's a signature I used to see. If it doesn't do that, then I'll be watching 48 to the 50 minute for the macro to expand to that downside. So just stick to the video. It will be ending in less than a minute, so you can see it's 348. Let's see. Okay, right there you can see it. So 347 was, I was expecting this, but it's doing that at 348. I think that's about still good. The precision is high. So that's level. Let's see. Come to that. Yeah. So that's a little bit of a remark, a funny remark, So I want price to come down right now. Like I really, I want it to come down. Why is this not working? Let me expand it. Okay, so there you go. There you go. And for those wondering, what's the entry? That inefficiency was the entry right here, and the inefficiency, there was a high taken out, and that was the inefficiency. So I want price to run lower. Focus on price right now. So that's what I'm watching right there. So it's been done. It's done already. So that's the walkthrough of the trade. It's like a cakewalk. So there you go. That's how I'll make this red. So I think it's good. Yes, I think red will be better. So that's the video. You can see the entry. I did a full pull.